step-by-step guideline in writing quality multiple choice questions. In writing multiple choice questions, there are few terminology. One is the STEM, formerly known as a stimulus. This is the questions or a statement. And we'll see there are some guidelines that you can write quality STEM. And then the answer choices, formerly known as response alternatives. Within that answer choices, you have the correct answers, also the distractors. And we'll see a guideline to write each of these in this video. Writing this step, number one thing we need to follow is to make it a question. When we are tested on something, we expect naturally that there will be a question. So that helps. And then the next thing is to don't make it too wordy. Make sure it has enough information. Not too wordy, but necessary information. And always we should explain the graphics or pictures before we place them. The main idea should be in this stem, not in the answer choices. Always avoid this negative statement. Not, except, doesn't, didn't, wouldn't. It takes extra resources from our brain to process these negative statements. So it doesn't help actually testing the actual content. Make sure that something in this stem doesn't give a clue. For example, if you have children in this stem and there are a bunch of options that also have children, then they might think it's not the correct answer. And opinion is not an option for multiple choice question. Also, do not trick it, because then you won't be able to test what we are testing. Writing the answer choices. This is one I think I have found it interesting is usually it's 4 choices, sometimes 5 choices. However, research shows that 3 options are more than enough in most situations. So we really don't have to worry about writing the 4th and 5th distractor. We should have some one absolute correct answer, because that's what we expect from multiple choice questions. Distractors should be equally plausible. I'll go back to my number 1 point, which is writing the 4th and 5th distractor is really difficult, takes a lot of time. It doesn't really add much value. And then when we write questions, first draft, we should put the correct answer at A position and this the most plausible answer in the second position B, and the second most plausible answer at C position. Always we should order them logically and numerically and keep them vertical in order. Ideally, all answer choices, they could be kind of equal in length, and this is not a good thing to do. Always none the above, all the above, avoid that. Research shows that students use different strategy to answer these questions, so it will be hard to actually test what we are actually testing. Number 8 is not an option. Number 9 is, as we said, for this STEM, negative wording is also not good for the choices either. Any clue in the STEM, for example, never, always, none, totally. Same the other way. Generally, usually students use different strategy to answer these questions, so it will be very hard for us to know whether a student got the content or not. So it will make questionable reliability of the instrument. It is very difficult to write the distractor for the STEM that says the best answer, because we have to make sure that each of them are almost close to the correct answer. And we shouldn't do jokes or humorous in the in any test at all. Overlaps will also give students clue. And then it should be homogeneous and as parallel as possible. Formatting guideline, we should keep consistent formatting. If we use 3 choices, we should follow all the way through 3 choices. Should avoid true false questions in multiple choice questions. Also very complex, should be also be avoided. Choices should be listed vertically rather than horizontally. And 3 option is okay. We really don't need 4th or 5th distractors, which takes a lot of time to write and doesn't really add much value into the what we actually want to assess. This quality assurance checklist basically developed based on what we have discussed. I'll post a link to this document in the openeducator.com so you can download for yourself and kind of check when you write multiple choice questions. Also, there is this 2 good thing kind of do's and don't do's type of checklist for this STEM and also for the answer choice as well.